Hi, I'm Richard Haskins, the president and CEO of Casino Junket Club.
And I'm Kendal, the social media administrator here at Casino Junket Club. And today we're going to be asking Richard to explain our company and talk about what we do and what sets us apart. So if you want to go ahead and give us an overview.
Sure. So we're an independent casino marketing company. We're actually based in Atlanta, Georgia, but we have customers and cover the entire country. We've been in casino marketing business for almost 40 years, and we're proud to represent over 100 land-based casinos and all major cruise lines across the world.
And what do we do that the host of a casino or people at the property cannot do, or what sets us apart from them?
Sure, so that's a great question. So the biggest advantage of using a company like us is that we offer a free service. It's a VIP service where the customer doesn't need to know or have relationships with people at every single casino they go to. Just their relationship with us and their history with us, we're able to take care of that customer to any casino they want to go to or any cruise line that they like to book on, even if they've never been there before. So we pride ourselves on customer service, unlike employees at casinos that work basically 5 days a week, 8-hour shifts. And if they're not there, then you call, you leave a message, and sometimes you got to wait 2 or 3 days to get a return call. We're pretty much available 24/7 to our customers.
Right. So we're always available to help people no matter what. And do you think that really helps us build relationships with the customers?
Sure, absolutely. So customer having the understanding and the confidence that they can reach out to us on the weekends, after hours, in the mornings, whenever their schedule lends to them having a few minutes to contact us, and we're available to them and can answer any of their questions and get them taken care of and get answers back to them in a very quick manner is certainly an advantage that we have over dealing with casinos directly.
Mm-hmm. Would you say that we're also helpful because we have relationships with all the casinos, that because we know them better and we know so many of them, we're able to match people up with opportunities that best suit them?
Yes, so our long history of being in business and our reputation in the business with not only of our customers but with the properties that we represent gives us the fortunate latitude of being able to basically go to these casinos and vouch for, if you will, and our customers let the casinos know what type of player we're dealing with, and then based on our relationship with the casino, they're willing to basically, if you will, take a shot on the customer if they've never been there before, based on the relationship that we have with the customer and the casino. So we're kind of like the middleman. We're there to represent the casino, but we work for our customer.
Do we also book non-gambling trips as well, or do we focus specifically on just those types of trips?
So we are very niche oriented. We typically just take care of casino players, qualified casino guests, both slot and table players. However, if a player has family members or friends that they want to bring along with them, we certainly will accommodate them. We understand that does happen, especially on cruises, where we can offer complimentaries and comp cabins to the player. We can give a casino rate or some type of discount to non-players as well.
Right. And that is a phone call. We are in an actively working office, everyone. So if I'm looking to become a part of this, do I have to be somebody who has a long history playing in casinos, or can I start off somewhere with the company and start gambling and start becoming a regular player?
Right. So it's a good question. There's really no answer when someone says, what is a quote unquote big player, right? So everything that you do in the casino is based on your comp worth, and based on your play, we're able to offer you complimentaries up front and then offer you complimentaries on the back end after your trip. Those complimentaries range from room, food, beverage, transportation, shows, sporting events, and then based on your play, you earn a comp worth, and then whatever that comp worth is translated into what we will offer you either before the trip or after the trip. So there's some customers that just qualify for a room for maybe 1 or 2 nights, and there's some customers that qualify for 7 nights going up to Lake Tahoe and skiing included, and show tickets for their outdoor concert series, or possibly going to Las Vegas and having all their meals comped, or going to see a show at the Sphere, or whatever it may be. So your play dictates and drives what your complimentaries will be, based on a mathematical formula that all casinos use to determine your value to the casino.
Does the play of the people you travel with frequently affect what kind of comps are available to you as an individual player, or is it solely based on what you do?
Right. So typically, as they say, you're only as good as your last trip. But most casinos will do it based on a 3-trip average, and they'll look at your total hours played, your total average bet, what game you play, and what your bankroll is, and then they make the determination of what we can do up front based on that. And then at the end of the trip, if you have comp dollars available to you, then they'll extend those to you. And what they'll do is they'll take a look at your bill, your folio that you charge back to your room, and they will deduct off of your folio what they can based on your play, as long as you have the comp dollars available.
Right.
And so that's one of the things that we do, is that we make sure that we get our customers the most we can up front. And then we're not just there for the customer before the trip. We're there for the customer before the trip, during the trip, and after the trip. So I would say most of our customers after the trip, either reach out to us, or we'll reach out to them and make sure that we help them clear up their folios for any additional comps that we can apply to their bill based on their play.
Would you say we're proactive in doing that, and that we go out of our way to sort of make sure that everybody's getting just as much as they can with every trip that they have? Or is it something that you think guests have to kind of be aware of and sort of give us a nod for, like, hey, I think I deserve this much, but I didn't get it? Or would you say that we just are proactive and take care of that before it even comes up?
Right, so that's a good question as well. So part of our service is taking care of that. We have a departure team in our office that goes through all the customers' folios, and we reach out to every single casino for every single customer that we book that week, and we obtain their play, and we get a copy of their bill, and then we find out what their comps were, and then we know what the formulas are, and if the customer is entitled to other comps, then we go ahead and we do take care of that. But the customer's always encouraged and certainly asked, or can call us at any time after the trip and say, hey, I went over and played at another property and we didn't know about it. And then we can also take a look at that and make sure those charges are taken care of as well. So yeah, we do have a whole team here that goes through all the post-trip departures, as well as the casinos. So they actually do a really good job of that as well, where they have a list of all the customers that are departing, and they look at their play and look at their comps, and they're supposed to catch all that. But if there's things that are missing, and sometimes there are little charges that the casino may not pick up, that we can go back and take care of those based on our relationship with the casino.
Awesome. Do you think it matters whether you play slots, baccarat, poker, anything like that, in terms of your status as a high roller and what you get in comps? Or do you think it's sort of just however you play versus what you play?
So the game that you play definitely is a factor. So sports and poker, live poker and sports, have no casino value at all. The casino doesn't recognize those as casino games at all. So as far as comps go and earning points, you definitely come out better as a slot player or a real player, because the casino can track that better, because you're using your player card. And when it comes to slots, your comps are based on the amount of coin in that you recycle through the machine. That's called your coin in, and your coin in creates what's called a theoretical value, and then the casino comps your percentage of the theoretical value.
Right.
So certain games have different speeds to them and different more or less hands per hour. So when they do their calculations, it's certainly based on the casino game and the whole percentage, the amount of time you put in, and your average bet. So if you're playing table games and you're playing blackjack, you're going to get more theoretical points than if you were playing dice, because the dice table is a little bit slower. There's more time in between each roll, where In a blackjack, especially if you're playing heads up, there's more decisions per hour.
Right. If somebody's looking to improve their play, what would you advise? Or does frequency, how often they go, play a huge part of that? Or is it more about the quality of what they do when they are in a casino?
So it's really based on your play on that particular trip. But yes, frequency, what that does is that helps you obtain your level with the casino, because those are loyalty programs. So the casino looks at your loyalty, which would include trip frequency, and then based on your actual play while you're in the casino.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, they both come into account, but the real thing that really matters is the time that you spend at the tables or the slots, the amount of coin in that you put through the machine, or your average bet in the game that you're playing if you're playing table games.
Gotcha. And what about cruises? Are they any different, or is it all just the same?
So cruises are a little bit different because with cruises, they're giving you a much bigger comp up front, especially let's say you're doing a 7-day cruise, right? Where if you go to a land-based casino, most people stay 1 night, 2 nights, or 3 nights. Well, when you go on a cruise, they're giving you, let's say 7 nights, it could be 30 nights, but let's just go with a 7-night cruise, right? So when they comp that up front for you, they're actually giving you more up front than a regular room at a land-based casino, because included with the cabin, you're also getting dining, and you're getting other perks and things that come along with it. So cruising, as far as the calculations are used for determining your comp worth, are the same as land-based casinos, but you also have more time on a cruise. So
Mm-hmm.
it's easier for a customer to play 20, 25 hours on a cruise than it is in a land-based casino, simply because you're there longer. Our average cruise customer does a 7-day cruise. Not that we can't do a 4-day cruise or a 30-day cruise, or some people cruise for 6 months at a time, but typical cruise is usually a 7-night cruise.
Yeah. Is there anything else you think is important for people to know about the things we've been talking about?
Well, we're just here to provide a service to our customers. I think it's important to note that if you've never been to a particular property, let's say you've never been to the Hard Rock in Florida, you've never been to the Beau Rivage in Biloxi, you've never been to the Venetian in Las Vegas, don't be scared to want to try it. Don't be scared to want to go, because even if you've never been there before, and you're in our system and you're a customer of ours and you're a solid, qualified player, we'll take care of it for you. And a lot of times I'll hear, oh, but they don't know me there. Well, they don't have to know you there. They know us, and we're happy to make it comfortable for you as a customer, so that when you go in there, you feel like they do know you. We're making sure that you're getting everything that you're entitled to. We just try to have a very professional but hands-on relationship with our customers, and understand what their needs are and what they want, from their birthday, their anniversary, to what type of beverages they like, or what their favorite games are, what their favorite sports are, so that we can accommodate the customers with their requests and make sure that we're giving them the best service that we possibly can.
And last but not least, do you have any tips for anybody watching this video? Any casino tips?
Well, just get comfortable. Don't bet over your head. I would suggest that you don't actually play for comps, that you play, and then whatever you earn is in comps. That's great, but don't go out and play for comps only.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy yourself, play within your means. Make sure that you enjoy yourself, have a good time, and know that we appreciate referrals, and that if you do refer us a customer, that we're going to do everything we can to make sure that they experience the same thing that you were able to experience by using our complimentary services.
All right. Thank you, Richard.
You're welcome.
I definitely learned a lot. I hope everybody else learned something too. If there's a topic or you came up with a question while we were talking, please comment, let us know, and maybe we'll make a whole other video. And my last tip is tip your dealer, because if I don't say it, somebody in the comments will.